Watching babies' first steps, recording the kid's height on a door frame, ringing in the new year with neighbors, sharing a family dinner. These are the simple moments that make up our lives. And where do they usually take place? In our homes. Homes that we've decorated with family heirlooms and vacation mementos. Our homes are so much more than bricks and mortar. They're where we find rest and refuge. They directly influence our well-being. It's no wonder then that most of us can't conceive of leaving the places that hold most of our memories, the place we're most comfortable. Even when it gets difficult to navigate stairs or tight-fitting shower stalls, we want to figure out ways to stay in our homes. Period. End of story. In fact, 3 out of 4 people prefer to stay in their homes as their abilities change, according to AARP. Unfortunately, only 20% of their homes will accommodate their changed abilities or chronic health issues. So when our homes become a barrier to our safety, what do? We might think about remodeling, but where do we begin? How do we find a contractor? What even needs to change? It can be so overwhelming. My name is Jackie, and I'm excited to talk about making our homes more inclusive so that they adapt to life's changes. Whether a small fix or a big renovation, it just takes a little planning. And I'll tell you this personal story with our daughter, Anna, really crystallized it. A Tuesday morning in early October, our day in Perrysburg, Ohio began early with my husband leaving, driving to Columbus, Ohio with our dog Stu for a vet appointment. And afterwards, he was planning to meet up with our younger daughter, an Ohio State student at the time. And I left for work not far from home. Shortly after I arrived, I got a call from my husband, and I could tell by the sound of his voice that something was wrong. Jack, Anna's been in an accident. It's bad. We need to leave. I'm on my way, I say. I'll be right there. Mind you, there is in Cincinnati, 3 hours away. Separately, we race to Cincinnati. And while on the drive down, I'm retracing in my mind the roads Anna takes to work, trying to figure out where did this accident happen. But as new information comes in while we're en route, I learn Anna wasn't in her car when the collision occurred. Okay, rewind, 7:30 the same morning, but in Cincinnati. Finishing up her morning run just a few blocks from home, Anna had the green light to cross the street in the marked crosswalk when she was violently hit by a driver who ran the red light. The impact was so great, her head smashed the windshield before she was thrown 10 feet into the oncoming lane. Lying motionless and crumpled, the driver left the scene. Had it not been for a passerby on his morning walk, the story might have ended there. But because of his quick reactions, it took only moments for EMS to arrive. Minutes later, she's in emergency surgery to stop the hemorrhaging from her head. Hours later, the neurosurgeon shared her assessment. Anna had sustained a severe traumatic brain injury. Half of her skull was crushed and not savable. Though the bleeding had been stopped, it would be a game of wait and see. No promises. Well, the first 10 days were touch and go. We could only see her for 2 hours at a time during each day. And the neuro team told us that every 15 minutes we don't hear from them would be good news. Gradually, she emerged from a coma as her neural pathways made new connections. The following 3 months, she endured 3 surgeries on her skull and regained the ability to walk, talk, and read. Because the right people were in the right place at the right time with the right things to say and do, Anna survived and is thriving today. It was during her stay in the neuro inpatient rehab hospital that I had an aha moment, when I learned that one of the requirements for being released from rehab was that the home be safe and barrier-free. For Anna, aspects of her home posed potential safety issues, such as stairs leading to the house, steep stairs within the house, and a bathtub shower. I also learned that case managers typically don't provide information to patients and families to help them solve their safety issues. They're left to their own devices to find their own resources. Well, we were lucky because my carpenter husband was able to make accessible modifications. Simply replacing the standard towel bar in the bathroom with an ADA-compliant towel bar solved two things: where to hang a towel, where to get a second handhold. Additional modifications included adding a second railing to the main stairway that was 100% ADA compliant, building an exterior railing from the sidewalk to the house, building an exterior railing from the back door to the backyard, rearranging some furniture, and even adding a pet door to an interior door, as opposed to navigating a pet gate. Well, it got me thinking, how many others are facing similar situations? Maybe they've had an accident, or maybe they're living with a chronic health issue. Who do they turn to when their bathroom floor plan is hard to use or can't accommodate a wheelchair? Not everybody has a carpenter husband like I do. I mean, let's think about it. Will your home be easy to use when your health or your abilities change? It's time we face some uncomfortable truths about accessibility in housing. And here are 3 things that I discovered. 1, according to the CDC, 1 in 5 people are living with a disability. That's 65 million Americans. The most common disability is mobility, which includes difficulty walking and navigating stairs. And we have a growing population of folks whose abilities are changing. Second, 3 out of 4 people prefer to stay in their homes over a lifetime. Just over half anticipate remaining in their current communities, and about a third expect their homes to require major modifications to make them barrier-free. And third, a housing study from Harvard University reports that 4 out of 5 of the current US housing stock lacks design features that will allow a person to remain in their home, living safely and comfortably. Almost 80% of these homes are 20 years old, making it difficult for homeowners to navigate or even use their homes. More people living with a disability, more people want to stay in their homes over a lifetime, and yet a majority of our homes can't accommodate their changed abilities. This is a problem. But here's the good news. If you want to stay in your home, you can. Be proactive. Make modifications today so that you don't have to make changes tomorrow. Home Advisor reports that homeowners are completing projects now that will facilitate their lifestyle for many years to come. Projects include making their homes more inclusive and safer, with project improvements ranging from night and security lights, to wider interior hallways, to curbless showers. And design solutions can be beautiful. I was surprised to see how many choices of fixtures and towel bars there were that combine beauty and ADA accessibility. Creating accessible, inclusive homes has many advantages, including economic ones. Homes that are remodeled to include design features such as lever-style door and cabinet handles, better lighting, 0 thresholds between rooms, and countertops of varying heights accommodates users of all ages, sizes, and abilities, and it can increase the value of your home. In terms of healthcare costs, it's more affordable for a person to remain in their home and receive in-home caregiving. And lastly, Pew Research tells us that a record 64 million Americans are living in multi-generational households. Reasons being economic changes or ability changes, parents needing children, or grandchildren needing grandparents. Making sure our homes are inclusive makes this possible. As people are responding to change, lifestyle and family structures are adapting, and so should our homes. Simply put, making your home more inclusive now will allow you to continue making memories in the place you're most comfortable over a lifetime. And it will make living easier for everyone, regardless of age, size, or ability. It just takes a little planning. Anna's traumatic collision and recovery opened my eyes to the benefits and the importance of making our homes inclusive and barrier-free. And it motivates me to help others make a plan for improvements. Don't wait for something catastrophic to happen, or until your age makes modifications necessary in the moment. Be proactive. Begin with a small remodel project today and create a home that adapts for tomorrows to come. So tell me, how does your home adapt to your lifestyle changes? I'd like to hear your stories. Thank you.